Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep are the makers of premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to suit your needs and conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. We've had our Helix Sleep mattress now for a couple of years and we are getting terrific sleep. I really love that Helix offers a sleep quiz, which makes choosing the perfect mattress easy and simple. You just take the sleep quiz like I did and enter your sleeping preferences. For example, I happen to be a side sleeper, I prefer a firmer style mattress, and I share my bed with my husband, who also took the quiz, and it came up with the perfect compromise, and we matched with the Helix Sleep Dusk Luxe. We're getting terrific sleep, especially if you compare it to our old mattress, which we inherited, and while it served us well, it definitely needed to be replaced. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses to choose from and recently launched a series of mattress toppers offering sleeping solutions for everyone. They sent us the premium mattress topper, which is really great for relieving pressure off your shoulders and off your hips, and we've been using it on our guest bed, and our guests have reported getting terrific sleep. Besides getting great sleep, what I really love about our Helix Sleep mattress is that it arrived delivered right at our doorstep. If you live in the US, shipping is free, and it came rolled up in a cardboard box, which made it really simple to maneuver up our narrow flight of stairs, and I was able to install the mattress myself. All Helix Sleep mattresses come with a 120-night sleep trial to make sure you love it and a lifetime warranty, and Helix wants you to be happy. There are seamless returns and exchanges. New Year's is the perfect time for a reset, so why not reset your sleeping space with Helix Sleep? You can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade and take advantage of their New Year's exclusive partner sale. It's 27% off site-wide. You can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade or scan the QR code above. Big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video and for their continued support so I can make better videos for all of you. Alright, my lovelies, today we're going to be attempting to make a candy bar that contains several flavors in one bar. Now this video is inspired by a short that I recently did. If you missed it, I'll put a link to it down below, where I tasted a sky bar, and that's a New England specialty. It was once made by Necco but is now made by a small little confectionery called Duck Soup in Sudbury, Mass. And what the sky bar is a chocolate bar that contains 4 different flavors, all in one chocolate bar. Now, back in the day, Sky Bar was not the only confection that was made up of several different flavors in one chocolate bar. There was one made by Pearson in 1930. It originated. It was called the 7-Up bar, and it contained 7 different flavors. How cool is that? One chocolate bar with 7 different flavors, so you can have a little bite of all those different flavors in one bar. There was a Canadian version made by Nielsen's called Jersey Milk Treasures that contained 6 different flavors in one bar. And there's one more that I found that's still available, I believe, made by Cadbury, that contains 6 different flavors. I wasn't able to purchase that. I couldn't find it, so perhaps it's been phased out. But today I'm going to be attempting to make a homemade version just because I'm curious, and I just happen to have some of the ingredients I think that will work for this recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is not the first time I've dabbled in making homemade chocolate bars before. My very first attempt was a bean to bar chocolate bar that I made many years ago when my kids were much smaller. They helped me shuck the cocoa beans and roast them and grind them. That was such a process. I think to this day that was one of my most ambitious recipes, so you should definitely check that out. I did it, I think, 7 years ago, but all the way from cocoa bean, from the cocoa pod, I processed it to a chocolate bar. Such a labor of love. So that was my first very ambitious attempt to make a chocolate bar, and that was a true chocolate bar. And since then, I've made a Dubai chocolate bar, I've made a Harry chocolate bar, and today I'm going to be attempting to make my own 7-Up bar. But the molds I have are not perfect for making a 7-Up bar because, as you can see, it's divided into 5 sections, at least this one is, and this one is divided into 8. I think this will probably give us better results because the wells look to be a little bit deeper. So I'm going to attempt this one, and I'm going to attempt a couple. We'll try to do 10 flavors. I've got some almond bark. It's also known as candy melt. It's not pure chocolate, but it's much easier to work with than trying to temper chocolate. And we're going for a very mass industrial flavored candy bar here. I'm not trying to make anything fancy. I'm making mass-produced bars. So in this case, I think a compound chocolate is a good choice. So here it is. I've chopped it all up and I'm going to microwave this at 30-second intervals until it's nice and liquid. So when I was looking through my pantry for ingredients to fill my chocolate bars with, I said this is going to be perfect because I think I have enough options. Namely, I had this. This is leftover buttercream that we made when we were decorating our Christmas cookies. It's made with butter and lots of sugar and vanilla. Delicious. So that was about 3 or 4 rounds of 30-second intervals to get the chocolate to be melted. Don't overheat this because it will burn. So I've worked with candy melts enough to know that it's pretty messy process and can be kind of a pain to clean up. So I like parchment paper or working on parchment paper. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fill a couple of these up and then we'll have extra. 4 I think is good. We're gonna save a little bit of chocolate to seal this in. So pressing the chocolate into the corners and to the bottom, and then I'm going to invert it. Tap it a little bit, get some excess chocolate out. Oh goodness. And then I'm going to use my pastry scraper to scrape off the excess and give it a little tappity tap to make sure we get into the corners. I'm going to place this in the refrigerator and let it set up, and then I'm going to probably do a little bit more on the edges so that the sides will be a little bit more reinforced. Okay, into the fridge to cool. So to fill our little candy cavities, I've got a few products that I'm going to use just straight out of the jar. And that includes a little bit of chocolate fudge, some Nutella, honey, those are 3 flavors. And then one of them is going to be vanilla buttercream, so that's 4 flavors. So that leaves us 6 other flavors to make. Let's begin with a peppermint version. So I'm going to take some of my vanilla buttercream. So just squirt a tiny bit of that into here. And we're going to flavor one of those with mint. This is peppermint oil. It is very, very strong, but I find this is what gives you that signature York peppermint patty minty menthol flavor, like tingle on your tongue. This stuff, not peppermint extract. We only need the smallest amount, so I'm just going to use 1 little dab right into this. That's all we need. Now this contains powdered sugar and butter and just a little bit of heavy cream. So that will be our peppermint. Next one we're going to do in a similar fashion, I'm going to do a little bit of strawberry. I'm going to use the same base. And then I'm going to add just a bit of homemade freezer jam. So just mash that in, and this will be the fruit center representative of our chocolate bar. Next, let's make a butterscotch one. So I've got some butterscotch morsels here. I'm going to microwave these for just 10 seconds. And then I'm going to add a little bit of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. In fact, I'm going to add the condensed milk to this, like this. That should help. Next, we're also going to make coconut. Same process. I'm going to take some condensed milk as the base and add some desiccated coconut to that. This is unsweetened, but the condensed milk is quite sweet. Meanwhile, butterscotch is looking good. Coconut with the condensed milk, a little bit runny. How many flavors is this so far? 6, 7. And now we're gonna do a peanut butter. Sweetened condensed milk to our peanut butter. This one I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Just the tiniest pinch, so it's little Reese's peanut butter cup inspired. Just stir that in. I also have caramel bits, which I will melt and add as well, but I left them in the house, so I'll have to go back and get that one. This is nice and solidified now. Let's go ahead and fill everything up. We'll begin with peppermint. Now we'll add chocolate fudge. We're gonna add the coconut next. And then butterscotch and vanilla buttercream. Next, we're gonna do Nutella, caramel, strawberry, peanut butter, and some of you may already know that I am a beekeeper. I've been beekeeper for many seasons at this point, and this is my last jar of honey. I'm so sad about it, but this is nice and solidified at the top, which is going to be perfect for my bar. So there are my little plops, 10 flavors. And now we're going to coat this with another layer of chocolate. So my chocolate is still a little bit soft, and I'm just going to drizzle this right on top. I don't want this chocolate to be too hot because I don't want it to heat up the fillings too much, because if it does, it's going to make it want them to move around. Know what I mean? And we don't want them to move around because we want them to be separated. Alrighty, there we have it. All right, I'm gonna pop these in the fridge and let them cool, and then we'll unmold them, and hopefully we'll get 10 different flavored chocolate bar. We'll see. Alrighty, see you in a little bit. Alrighty, my lovelies, I am back. It's been overnight since I made my 10 flavored chocolate bar that's inspired by the Sky Bar. I also made another version here. This is completely caramel. I used these Kraft caramel bites, warmed them up just for a few seconds in the microwave, and then shape them and then place them into this mold here so that we would have our 10th flavor. All right, here we go. Very nice. Oh, got some air bubbles, but pretty shiny. Ooh, got some filling peeking through, but not bad. There we have it, lovelies. My 10 flavored chocolate bar. Na-na! Okay, lovelies, moment of truth. Let's go ahead and cut these in half and see how we did. Here we go. With conviction. Oh, I think we did all right. Ooh, we did okay. Look. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with that, lovelies. Okay, now let us cut the second bar. With conviction. There we go. We have the other 5 flavors, 10 flavors all together. All right, my lovelies, here is my 10 flavored chocolate bar. Boom, I've double stacked it so you can see, and the cross section could be better. Let's admit that, but I'm still so happy that I got 10 flavors in one chocolate bar. So stinking great. So let's finally give everything a taste. So let's taste them in the order in which I made them. And I do have a little layout here, so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so the first one I have is this one, and this is the peppermint. This is peppermint. Here we go. Itadakimasu. That actually is great. Very strong, cool, minty flavor. Nice buttery flavor. Excellent. Just like a York peppermint patty, but with milk chocolate instead of dark. Next, we have the chocolate fudge. Here we go. That's really good. The chocolate fudge flavor is very distinct from the chocolate coating. It's nice and chocolatey with a great, almost chewy texture and a great chocolate fudge flavor. Just like the chocolate fudge you put on vanilla ice cream. Terrific. I like that one. Next, we have coconut. Coconut kind of ended up everywhere, but there's the coconut. Let's give that one a taste. That one to me tasted more of condensed milk than actual coconut. At the end though, as I'm chewing it, I get bits of that desiccated coconut in there and the coconut flavor comes out, but definitely more condensed milk flavor. This one is the butterscotch. Let's give that one a go. Oh yeah. Very clear, distinctive butterscotch flavor. Tastes exactly like the butterscotch chips, but a little mellower flavor. Okay, last one for this one is the vanilla, which is right next to the butterscotch. That one to me tastes like a classic chocolate candy that you would get in a gift box with that creamy yet slightly sandy texture, but but a really great buttery vanilla flavor. That one's good. That one's classic. Okay, so now the next layer we're going to do is, this is Nutella. This is the chocolate hazelnut spread one. Let's give that one a go. Nice snap. I like that. That reminds me of Kinder Chocolate. Classic pairing of chocolate and hazelnut. And I like the texture of that one too. It's got kind of a creamy, melty, milky, kind of stretchy interior. Fun. Next we have the caramel. This one turned out really nicely in cross section. Let's give that one a go. That one has the firmest consistency. The caramel has really set up. So it has chewy, dense texture, which is actually a nice contrast to some of the softer interiors of the others. The flavor is really good of that one. Next, we have strawberry, which as a kid, the fruity flavor ones were my least favorite. So let's give these a go. Clear, distinctive strawberry flavor. Goes nicely with the buttercream, but the weakest of all of these, I think. But if you like the fruity flavored ones, the fruity interiors, you might like this one because it is very truly strawberry tasting, but not my favorite. Okay, next we're gonna try the peanut butter. Classic. We mix that with some condensed milk. Great. Sweet, nutty, a little bit salty, great consistency, very similar to a Reese's peanut butter cup. A little bit more milky because of the condensed milk. Oh, okay, and lastly, we've got pure honey, plain and simple. This one's gonna be sweet. Oh yeah, I didn't like that one. The consistency is like a caramello, very oozy and soft, but too sweet, too intensely sweet. The honey flavor is delicious. I love honey, but it's too sweet for this application because you've got that sweet exterior. Gosh, I think of which ones are my favorite. Peppermint, chocolate fudge was a favorite. The caramel one and the vanilla cream. I think those were my favorites. Very classic flavors, right? I guess that's the direction towards which I lean when it comes to filled chocolates. Alrighty, my lovelies, there you have it. 10 flavors in one chocolate bar. We did it. Thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Helix for sponsoring this video. Take advantage of their New Year's sale. You can get 27% off site-wide. You can click the link down below or scan the QR code above or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Oh my gosh, I think I totally spoiled my lunch by eating all of these chocolates, but it was super fun. Oh my gosh, now I've got to clean up. Nope, now you got to go eat lunch first. That's what you got to do.